Hey there! Today we're going to be making a brushstroke cake to look like a pineapple. So it's going to be a pineapple cake inside, and then with the brushstroke design we're going to put that outside. We're going to do green and yellow designs on there as well. This cake tastes really good. If you like pineapple, I highly recommend it. As always, everything you're going to need and the recipe will be in the description box down below. Now let's get started on this cake. We're going to start by getting our butter and shortening. Mix that well until it's fluffy, just for a couple minutes. And then add your sugar to this and mix that well. You're going to want about 3 minutes, just until it's fluffy. Add in 1 egg at a time, incorporating well each addition. I like to scrape my bowl down with a spatula in between each addition so you can get all the ingredients mixed well. Keep adding your eggs 1 at a time and incorporate all this well. Once all your eggs are mixed, scrape that bowl 1 more time, and we're going to start adding in our flour. I like to do it in 2 portions, so I added 1 in. Mix that well, and then add the second portion, and make sure everything is combined well and there's no visible flour. Scrape your bowl again, and then add your crushed pineapple and mix that all together with a spatula. You just want to combine it, you don't want to overmix. Put it aside, and then we're going to put it in our baking pans. I have a 6 by 3 inch one, and then I have a dome one as well. You're going to want a double recipe depending on how tall you want this cake. I filled up most of my pans all the way. It doesn't raise too much, so don't be worried to fill the pans up halfway. With an offset spatula, I just smooth this out. And then we're going to bake it at 325 for about an hour, or until you notice it comes out without any crumbs. And while it bakes, prepare your buttercream. I'm using my recipe. I will leave it in the description box down below, or you can use any that you like. And add a little bit of food coloring to this to match the outside of the pineapple. Once your cakes have baked and completely cooled, it's time to level them. Here's a little trick you can do. You can use toothpicks to get the exact height that you need to trim. So then now I'm going to put it on a cake board, and I'm going to start stacking this. So I put 1 layer down and added my filling, put another layer down. You can also add some chopped up pineapple to the buttercream between the layers, or some puree as well. And I did a little crumb coat, and as well put some filling in there so I can put the dome cake on top of this as well. And once you have completely stacked your cakes, you're going to want to do a crumb coat on the outside. Make sure your cakes are completely cooled, and then just put a thin layer of buttercream on the outside just to catch all those crumbs. And then you're going to want to stick this in the fridge for probably about 15 to 20 minutes just so that it hardens and holds its shape. Now while that's chilling, you can make your brushstroke candy melts. I placed this on the parchment paper, placed some dollops on there of the candy melt, and then with a brush just slightly grazed it up. You can make the leaves or the pineapple outside as long, as short, as thick, or anything as you want. I tried to do it with long brush strokes, but I liked how the shorter ones looked better. And at the end you can see the comparison of how they looked. So what I did is, once I did the brush stroke, I put it in the fridge for 5 minutes just to let it harden, and then it should easily come off the parchment paper. And then once you're done, you can put your final buttercream coat on your cake so that your candy melts will stick to the outside of this cake. Don't worry if it doesn't look too pretty. You will be covering it up anyways. It's more so that the candy melts can stick to the outside. And here I'm just using a little scraper to smooth it out as much as possible. But again, don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. Now start placing your candy melts on the outside. I started from the top and worked my way down. I also recommend you can probably start with the green so you know how you want the top to look, and then start adding the yellow. As you can see here, I was doing the long brush strokes for the design. It looks pretty cool, but I think it would have looked better if it was a taller cake, and since this was a shorter cake, I thought the shorter strokes would look best. So then just go ahead and place all your candy melts on there. And here's an outside shot with shorter brush strokes for the design. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see pictures of this cake and everything I make, I do post on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and all those links are down below. If you enjoyed my videos and want to see more content, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you want to get notified when a new video gets posted. If you make any of my recipes, go ahead and tag me in your pictures so I can see. I love when you guys recreate my recipes. If you have any suggestions for another video, leave it in the comments down below. And until next time, stay sweet.